feel like it's 27. It feels like it's been an eternity.
It has. It does feel
it's
like
really
it's been
only
a
Like, I've been waiting
years.
for two things in my life. The new Day to Remember record and Jesus to come back. And Day to Remember has been taking longer. Gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to the future.
Thank you for having us, sir.
Of this project that we're calling Sweatpants Factory. I am your host today, Matt Whiskey Trunks Kimley. I'm here with my
actual name.
that's my actual name. Follow me on Instagram. I'm here with my life partner of many years, Evan Unicorn Poop 7723.
That's my
Airs
name.
the sexual experience.
That's my middle name. Yep.
My brother Danny, who has no cool nicknames. Old no name we call him.
It's just because I don't have an Instagram.
It's just because he's a loser. And then my very good buddy, some may even say roommate, John JC Kiki. Do you love me? Chozik. Jokes on dick.
Hi.
How we doing? This is what we're calling Sweatpants Factory, and this is the first podcast, which we are probably gonna call Sweatshop.
My pants are very sweaty right now.
I think all of us have a little bit of swamp ass going at most times.
I mean, it's tender down there right now between the swamp ass and the
You
raw
wipe a lot
ass.
and you scratch a lot and stuff just kind of happens, and that's the course of nature. There's not a lot we can do about that. But
Shower.
I don't believe in that
Makes it
shit.
worse.
I work out. I want that fucking dirt build up. Like, it's just good for you. It's a health thing.
Are you a grunge nut?
I love grunge and everybody knows it. Boys, it's 2019.
It
I
is.
don't know if you knew that. I don't know if the world knew that.
Wait, what's the date?
I don't care. February?
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord.
Oh man,
The year of our Lord,
some shit.
Tillian Pearson, 2019. And it's very fitting that it's February already because I'm generally late with all of my commitments and things, you know, so I like that it's February and it would take us a month to start this thing that we've been trying to get going. I have two things mainly I would like to discuss with y'all. That is music. Evan's leaving already. The one thing I asked that we don't fucking do, but that's okay. Music and
Like,
games.
this plans out the future of this channel / podcast.
Evan just dips.
Generally
Just
being
at
drunk
one
and we're
point,
not
all of us are just
available.
gonna leave the table.
We've been waiting for Evan for 2 hours or whatever. Really, we got here like fucking 5, so we've been waiting for you for like 4 or 5 hours, but that's okay.
We've been just talking about
the
Evan
star
sitting
of the show is here now.
So I'm very grateful that we're all here.
We just talked about Evan sitting in a parking lot eating chicken nuggets.
We
for
had a
like
whole
2
bit,
hours.
dude. You were like the coolest fucking guy for
It was
50
amazing.
fucking seconds. It was pretty rad.
For a second, you became more than yourself, and you weren't even there.
Don't be a
That's
jerk. Jesus. Mary and Joseph.
That's
All right,
a joke
boys.
thing to say. That's a great thing to say.
We got some stuff. We got some stuff to cover as I pretend to be host here. Music. Is it safe to say we all enjoy music at this
No.
table? Fuck that shit. I hate that. I hate expressing myself.
Kevin Bacon showed up, and Kevin Bacon was raw.
I don't know what that means. John
Dancing.
here. John, I have one band in here for you, and we'll leave that for a little bit later. The other, us, me, myself, Danny, and Evan, pretty much listen to more or less the same exact shit, especially
uncultured,
me and
so
Evan. John listens to trash.
We needed an outside source. There's no
We needed
reason.
it just to avoid this. Oh, shout outs real quick. We're just going to be Rooster Teeth content, pretty much. But
Yeah, except like a lot worse. Like the quality.
worse,
The,
more drunk, and arguably stronger.
the quality is gonna go down, and the quantity is gonna go way down.
We're gonna listen to this once, and we're like, this audio quality is
Dude,
fucking
we're
bullshit.
severely.
not gonna
We're
do it.
like weekend Steam sale Rooster Teeth right now.
I'm okay with that. Couch
like
Shop,
maybe even free.
Couch Shop sucks. I said it. We're gonna be better than Couch Shop in like 6 months.
See, I don't mind.
We're gonna
Couch
hit.
Shop.
We're gonna hit that million. Yeah, because you have
agree.
garbage taste. You know
Ouch.
what? Being into shows that you don't have garbage taste. A Day to Remember.
I do like a day to remember.
Are we all familiar with the Day to Remember at this table?
I hope we're all.
We could probably spend a whole hour talking about just Day to Remember.
I think I've heard 30
Did,
seconds of one of their songs.
You
I
have
definitely thought you were gonna say I've heard 30 Seconds to Mars, and I was like,
different
just
fucking
leaned
band.
across the
Did you hear
table.
Jeremy McKinnon left Day to Remember and is now fronted by Jared Leto?
I thought you were fucking serious.
Are you kidding me?
I'm completely fucking
Are you
kidding.
kidding? Okay. I was like, that is not
There's-
toying with my emotions.
really thought you
fucking
were
side thing. Honestly, Jeremy McKinnon would have the most banging fucking side project, and honestly, Jared Leto now fronting like New Day to Remember. I'd fuck with that.
I mean,
I'd fuck with that.
I can see the rage building.
How hard can Jared Leto go?
Did you listen to the first 30 Seconds to Mars? We're not talking about fucking 30 Seconds to Mars right now. We're talking about Day to Remember. What was their last fucking record? Bad Vibration.
Bad Vibration.
When did that? Late 26.
Was
I
this
thought it was 2017.
I feel like it was 27. It feels like it's been an eternity.
It has. It does feel
It's
like
really
been a
only
while.
Like I've been
It's
waiting
weird.
for two things in my life: the New Day to Remember record and Jesus to come back. And Day to Remember has been taking longer. We all love them at this table, minus John, who's an uncultured piece of shit and just listens to like trash all the time.
What's your point?
I mean, when did Common Courtesy come out?
The best year of my life? I don't
So-
know, 2013 or something.
Yeah.
I mean, we have the internet. I can Google this.
You
shit.
can Google when
You wanna
Bad
Google
Vibrations
when-
came out. We have a lot of bands to fucking cover, but I
What's
think just
that?
generally that we're
Bad
all,
Vibrations is the last.
Well, no, is that Danny's job now? He's the Googler.
he's in front of the
He's
computer.
got the
Danny's
computer.
I get to
playing
be
the
the Lawrence
Lawrence.
Sontag.
Danny's playing the Lawrence card.
Oh,
here.
thank God! I needed alcohol to like get up every day. Anyways,
Just to function. I don't know, Evan. What do you think about the new Day to Remember record that's unconfirmed and not happened?
I don't know. I mean,
It's safe, right?
yeah.
It's obviously they're not going to put out a bad record.
They're not. I'm interested to see like where the sound goes because like you and I talked about it a little bit like when Bad Vibrations first came out that it was kind of the first record by them that we didn't love
immediately. It's definitely like I fuck with it.
Yeah.
I love some shit off Bad Vibration.
It grew on me.
Not the singles. I think they picked the worst fucking singles.
what did they
for this
pick
record.
for the singles?
I would agree.
For
I think the first one that came out was the hardcore punk one.
the
Paranoia.
Paranoia.
See,
I
Go! That one.
Yeah.
I don't mind Paranoia.
Because you have, aside from John, the
Well, what do
worst.
you like? You like Justified a lot off of that album, don't you?
Justified slaps so fucking hard.
Okay,
Justified
wait.
is the best song off
I
the
have
record.
dates. Do you want dates?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Common Courtesy came out October 8th.
2013.
Exactly.
Fuck
2013.
yeah.
And then Bad Vibrations,
Don't do that.
September 2nd of 2016.
Okay, I was right. So,
So-
it was 2016.
So
we're going on-
later.
They take 2 to 3 years.
They take a good within 3 years. they'll
Baby-
have it,
baby
so
needs
it's gonna
puff.
fucking happen.
Please and thank
It's
you.
gonna fucking happen. We're drinking and vaping and just being degenerate human
We don't
beings. in
vape. We're
general.
not that kind of.
Listen, Danny. Jesus Christ vaped for our sins, so I don't need you shitting on one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, but we already mentioned Rooster Teeth, and now we're vaping like Sugar Pine 7. We're different. It's different. It's
It's so much
different. It's
fucking
all
better
the
than
same.
Sugar Pine 7. They've been going down for like a year, and I love them. They're the indie darlings of Rooster Teeth, and they're not going to
Their
exist
logo
in the
is
next
fire.
fucking
Their
5 years.
logo is amazing.
Ours is going to be better. It's not because I'm going to have to make it, and I can't do
The last
anything.
good
but
thing that you arted was whatever you left in that shit bowl that you call a toilet this morning.
My shits are magnificent. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
It's going to come out at about 10 pounds, but 6 pounds
Yeah.
of vapes.
And
Here.
that's like second fuck. I don't know what the fuck, because that's a Kib joke, and then I say it, and then John says it wrong. That's like 2 degrees of fucking up a joke.
It's like mutated genes.
Which is what will be 2 degrees of separation of Rooster Teeth. Like,
that
we're
was
not
6 degrees of separation.
That's
6
the-
degrees of Kevin
That's the
Bacon.
game, but we're not that fucking far off. Anyway, Jeremy, they kind of took like a while off. They've been touring and shit, but they're so big, and they're a core band, which core bands don't fucking tour year round anymore because it's not popular. But Jeremy McKinnon, since Bad Vibrations, got married on Christmas Day.
I was gonna say,
which we
like,
gotta talk
they're-
about, and he had a daughter.
Yeah,
So
they're-
he's officially fucking dad mode.
They're starting families. They're getting older. Like
They're all getting married, like, so they're definitely slowing down. I don't want their music to, I don't give a shit if they tour. You know, we go to fucking 2 shows a year because we're terrible people with bad fans. And
I just had a terrible thought.
is it actually okay?
It's
Share.
I mean, it's great. It's kind of out there, but you know, I'm a little high. Anyways, Actually, am I not supposed to talk about that?
I don't care. I feel like we've been talking like too long.
No, like Jeremy McKinnon, right? What arguably
Jared Me McKinnon.
Jared Me.
That's his name, right?
Right.
Disrespect your surroundings.
Arguably, one of the best songs just from Day to Remember, in my opinion, Second Sucks.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole other podcast.
Let me get to my point.
Fucking Day to Remember songs.
Let me get to my point. So he just had a daughter, right? What happens? Second kid comes out, grows up, angsty teen, just like good old dad. Hey, aren't you Jeremy McKinnon's son?
This song is about me. This song is about.
So when
Jeremy
you were
McKinnon's
born, is
middle
that
child.
when he wrote "Second Sucks"? When he realized that just going downhill? Impossible, I know, but kids these days are idiots.
I mean, the second child is gonna listen to the beginning of the song and start playing Mortal Kombat like they should.
Is Jeremy
So
McKinnon
good,
gonna
so
let?
good.
Are all these bands that like make or like?
I think it's because we're on the cusp of dad mode. All of our celebrities are dads now.
You fucking shouldn't, but if you ever listen to like Amir or Attila, actually, you should. The new Amir record goes hard, but
I've never even heard that.
yes,
Heard
we'll
of it?
fucking play it later.
Oh God.
But like, are they gonna let their kids listen to this?
No, not until.
If my dream came true, and when we were 18 and graduated high school, I threw you all in a fucking van and we toured the country, and now we're dads and people are waiting on our follow up to Bad Vibrations, and we have children, would we let our kids listen to our music?
I mean, like Trey Parker records his daughter as Ike on South Park. I doubt that he lets her watch the show, but it's her voice.
Fantastic material, but I think I'm a better person than Trey Parker. But okay,
Yeah, you think that, but thinking and the truth are two different things.
I'm not successful and I don't have any children, which is a success in its own right. Anyway, that's Day to Remember. We're all excited.
For
Yes,
potentially
very
new album.
It's gotta come this year.
Yeah, no, the last album was good.
Bad Vibrations is arguably great. There's just this. I feel like the
it's
singles are
good.
stupid.
Common
Naivety-
Courtesy is definitely better.
Common Courtesy is their best record.
You
By the
think
way,
Common Courtesy
we
is
cannot
better?
talk this in depth about all the bands I've written down because we will easily hit. Do you disagree?
Well, no, I was thinking about it.
I think what separates
think I
me from
agree.
you.
I was gonna say
a ton.
Is their best record? You're crazy. You're crazy.
Oh no. I gotta listen
You're
to it.
stupid.
I gotta get it.
We've talked about this fucking. What separates me from you suffered from that 2010 thing that we talked about this in high school when we were like
See,
17 years old.
I have like
Shut
that
up! I have a
nostalgia.
point. Shut up. We have more. I didn't want to do that. That was the one thing I didn't want to do. Is like belch. Is bird
What?
belch.
Embarrass yourself on the internet?
So everyone knows what a piece of shit I am.
We
It's
already
okay.
knew that.
You
Everyone
guys
already
do.
knows
The
that.
internet at large doesn't yet.
I mean, they're about to.
give them 2 podcasts.
You literally said we're vaping and being degenerates.
You ruined
And it
your-
all comes from me. I feel like arguably this is all my brainchild because I have to be famous. But you
And
know,
you're not gonna be. You're gonna be
I know
terrible.
it's true. I'm
They
gonna
knew
be-
you were terrible from the moment you said, "Hi, I'm Matt Kimley."
from the whiskey trunks.
Whiskey drunk.
Please use my preferred Instagram handle. That might change after this.
Is your name Matt? The name my parents gave me, just Whiskey Trunks. That's what I go by.
Please call me Whiskey Dick. That's what I prefer. That's the
That
joke.
story's on that.
That's the joke I didn't even know I made when I made that. Anyway, that 2010 vibe, Evan, you remember with records like What Separates Me From You and Selfish Machines, Pierce the Veil, which we will get to, which is a very exciting thing to talk about. You do now, and also we can get to why. What were the other 2010? You know that thing I talk about where it's like way overly compressed, and I'm pissed that the recent DGD albums sound like that now, where it's over compressed, it sounds small. Dirty Work is the other big one. The fucking My Holy Trinity. All Time Low, did I remember Pierce the Veil is not in there, but
I mean, I guess you have a lot more
all those
knowledge
records
in like that aspect of it.
Like
I mean,
this
I'm
sounds
just thinking
different.
about. I'm just thinking about the song, just the songs themselves. Like
when you're running at a solid blistering 6 miles an hour on a treadmill for 10 minutes because that's all your fat dad bod can handle. I'm talking about myself right now. And when it's a little bit quieter on Second Sucks than it is on something stupid like Naivety, like you want Second Sucks to pop and be huge, and it's I love Second Sucks. I love that whole record. You're right, but Anyway, we're moving on because we've been talking about Data Remember for fucking 15 minutes and I have like so many bands and then we have to get to video games and shit. This could end up being a two-parter. This could easily end up being like part 1 is music and part 2 is fucking video games. That might happen, but...
No, I think we're too scatterbrained. I think we're gonna get the two.
I know, and we're not trying to be Sugar Pine 7. We're gonna be better. We're gonna be better than that. But we're also check out fucking State of the Scene podcast. That's what I spent my whole work week this week listening to.
State of the Scene?
State of the Scene podcast with Sam and Marcos. Amazing. Changed my fucking life. Just like Data Remember. And like the next band on my list. Boy, we'll get to you, John, on one band here.
I highly doubt it.
And you wanted to be here.
I was just told that I was going to get ripped on for about an hour and a half.
No, I'm gonna fucking die.
We said he's in it. Now he has to be here every Saturday. What the fuck did you do?
I didn't do that.
What monster did you create?
Myself. Boys, Enter Shikari. Are you familiar with a little band called Enter Shikari?
No, who are they?
Who the fuck is that? Space Metal? Rao Reynolds? Does any of this ring a bell to you?
Who the fuck is Shikari and why am I entering her? Just get to the point.
Shikari, I will like, is I think fucking not Mandarin. It's like Thai or something for hunter. So basically, because his Rao Reynolds, the lead vocalist, had an uncle or some shit that had a boat named Shikari for the hunter. So Enter Shikari is Enter the Hunter. And if anyone's fucking listening to this, of the two people that are going to, and they don't know these bands, go check them out right now because you're listening to the wrong fucking shit, like John.
The two fucking people who we don't call mom and dad.
What's wrong with Blackberry?
Mom and dad will absolutely... We're not talking about Blackberry and the pussy and perfume yet. We'll get there. If I can keep this on a reasonable pace. Enter Shikari is fantastic. Evan and I, again, listen to the same exact shit. Did you ever bump Enter Shikari, Danny?
I never bumped Enter Shikari.
You're making a mistake. Evan, you and I can keep this pretty short. Their release, 2017's The Spark, you are not real familiar with, huh?
No, I didn't dabble in it too much. Because the one before that was Minds.
Enter the Microscope. yeah. When we were doing questionable things in questionable places.
5 years ago.
Which was an amazing time in my life and a fucking amazing record. And I'll say again, The Spark, I've told you this a couple times this year. I remember where I was. I was fucking doing deadlifts in Colorado Springs when I was like, I need to listen to this record all the way through. And it didn't wow me. And then actually when we went, Danny, when you and I went to New Orleans for my birthday, I listened to it a bunch on the plane. And holy, my God, I fell in love with this record. Mm-hmm. The Spark is amazing. It grows on you. And they're due for... Evan and I have loved Enter Shikari for years. Remember fucking Pythagoras Pit with our short friend in whatever, like post-high school? Check out Enter Shikari. Check out The Spark. And they're going to have another one probably this year. And it's amazing. So do that. Third one, we probably all actually have a lot to say. I'm glad we got to this. Bring Me the Horizon.
Ooh.
This is one that...
I can talk about it.
Yeah, we already... John finished this today. Yeah, talk about Bring Me the Horizon's Ammo, dude.
You listened to Ammo?
Yeah, I listened to the full album.
So this is just like a first take, because you've only listened to it.
Yeah, this is my first take. This is my first take.
Of Bring Me the Horizon.
Yeah, I mean, Matt showed me some of the earlier stuff, like at the
Royal Albert Hall.
Yep. Listening to some of that live stuff, and it was different than the music that I typically listen to. But I really enjoyed. All right, low blows. I really enjoyed actually Mother Tongue, and then Mantra was actually probably one of my second favorites of that album.
I'm so ready to talk shit about Mantra and what's the other one? Wonderful Life.
Mantra's really grown on me. I like it a lot.
Exactly. I listen to them, and I didn't like them when they came out, and now, especially in the context of the record, goes hard.
Well, you said...
Goes hard.
Well, it's one of the harder songs.
What riff? You compared it to another one of their older songs.
It's Happy Song. It's Happy Song.
It's just like Happy Song.
It is exactly the same song as Happy Song.
I found that most of the new Bring Me the Horizon album is basically a lot of what we talked about being the digital or like synthetic.
Very electronic. Very electronic.
And so to hear a song like Mantra in that entire album, it really set it apart.
Sticks out.
Almost pop.
It really... I feel like it's their song on the entire album that's closest to what
you spun the whole thing.
Yeah. It is closest to like their old stuff on the entire album
because it's fucking Happy Song,
and that's fine. Yeah, exactly. Because it's exactly the same as
and like
Song.
everything.
But that's not a bad thing. Like I like Happy Songs
because every other song they have like an intro and two interludes, and then every other song is like experimenting into other things they haven't tried before.
There's some wild shit. Like,
I really appreciate it, and they gave you a good heads up on it. He was saying from Mantra the second it dropped, that he was saying like this album is going to be wildly different,
which is their trope, which
is great. That's fine. I liked it that he told us that.
Have you bumped their old shit, Danny? Like quote unquote their old shit?
Like
like Chelsea Smile,
Maternal,
right?
yeah, and Chelsea Smile, yeah.
Have you listened to what Evan has tattooed on the entire side of his body?
Oh, that's Bring Me.
There is a hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's the whole first minute and a half or whatever of Crucify Me.
Arguably best heavy record in my entire fucking repertoire of shit that I listen to. Bring Me the Horizon's crazy. They started as basically a garbage deathcore band. Everybody knows this who listens to Bring Me, and you and I talk about this all the time, as is anyone that's a Bring Me fan. They have evolved on purpose, or I think in the beginning it was not really on purpose. They were just bad. And if you watch interviews with them, they say we didn't know our instruments, just like most bands do, but they didn't know. One of those interviews had Ollie, talking about ammo and stuff, and he talked about the old days of deathcore and stuff, and he didn't even know what a monitor was when you go on stage. And I mean, you guys don't necessarily play instruments like I do, but it's a speaker on stage that feeds back sound. So if you're a plebe or whatever, and you don't play music, why the fuck would you know? But if you're a performing touring band, it's what the fuck is a monitor?
Yeah.
And he literally talked in the interview. They'd be like, how's your vocals? And he'd go, yeah, can I turn it up a little bit? And he had no idea what that meant or what was involved, and he had just heard that said at shows.
Right.
When other vocalists were yeah, turn my vocals up. So the growth this band has showed is frankly totally unbelievable. I don't know, you and I talk about this all the time, Evan. Every band says every new record, because they usually get worse. Our sound has changed and evolved significantly, and it's usually garbage. Bring Me the Horizon is the one, if not the shining example, if not the only example of a band that does change their sound every record pretty drastically, and it's always dope. I think State of the Scene, I probably said today or yesterday when I listened to their review of the record, you can say this isn't heavy anymore and whatever, I don't like pop music or something like that, but you're still doing yourself a disservice not listening to this record, because regardless of the genre, there's amazing songs on this record.
This entire record kind of encompasses a whole bunch of genres, from when you showed me Chelsea Smiles to when we were sitting on our couch listening to Ouch.
Yeah,
it was such a polar day and night, and I remember telling you my first thoughts on Ouch. I was like, "This is stupid."
So pissed. I was ready to fight you.
I was like, "This is stupid."
Ouch was immediately my favorite song.
And now we're sitting here, and Ouch is one of my favorite songs on the album.
I love that
and it's
shit.
one of the most techno songs on the album as well.
It's probably the most electronic techno.
One of my favorite songs is Heavy Metal, because he's literally addressing the fans that don't like the changes they've made, and he's it's not what we used to do. We're not, people were complaining when they first heard Medicine that you're just going pop now, and they're not going fully pop. There's still plenty of hard songs, and Heavy Metal is one of their hard songs.
I got words,
but he's
Medicine,
literally addressing the complaints that he's been getting.
See, I really like that though. Because I too, when I listened to it all the way through, immediately one of the songs that popped out to me was Heavy Metal. I love Heavy Metal. I really like Why You Gotta Kick Me When I'm Down.
Yep.
That's
the one with the rapping bit, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Which I think when you and I first talked about it, you were like, "What?"
To be quite honest, it's probably the last song for me.
Yeah,
but I still like it. I still really like it. But
it's so hard.
Every other song, even the intro, even the first intro song.
You know what
makes
it
My
okay?
Apologies or Nihilistic Blues?
The first song?
Yeah.
I apologize if you feel something.
Yeah.
Which I honestly probably really couldn't tell you how it goes. It's super atmospheric and weird, and I don't think it repeats anything.
And for those people that do not know Bring Me the Horizon Medicine, look up the music video. That was my first exposure.
Oh, no. That's Bring Me the Horizon track is great off their last record. Oh, no.
That was my first exposure to it, and it threw me for a loop, to say the...
Terrible music video.
Fucking
horrifying. Really disturbing. John, you brought up, actually, speaking on heavy metal, you knew the guy. You knew the feature. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Oh, yeah.
Raziel, something like that. You came in the house today and you're like, they fucking
Raziel.
featured this dude.
Raziel?
Who's that dude? Because it's that beatboxing, right?
Right. He does a lot of, I don't want to call it dubstep, but he did a vast majority of that super heavy drop techno as part of it. And honestly, it kind of shocked me when they did something with him in general. I know I even have music on my phone of him, and that was much different, especially when I first heard them.
Is he like a producer?
No,
like
he's
or like a Grizz, or
he was on
Monster.
He was on Monster Cat. He's much like Skrillex.
Which you
in the
mentioned,
sense
I don't
that-
know what that is. Is that a label?
Yeah,
It's a label.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a label, but he does a lot of the almost the dubstep, very much like Skrillex and things like that, except with less vocals and more on the.
Is
beat
he
side
on there
of
as
it.
the beatboxer, or
He's
was he
on
like
there?
a
He's on
co-write?
there doing the beat mainly. One of the
He
ones
probably did the "It's Now or Never" parts too. Like
Yeah.
that's probably him singing too.
And it's all right.
that he actually
On the
No,
which is only after the first chorus.
I thought that was Jordan Fish.
I don't know who it is.
one of the songs
I
he
don't know
did for
who it is,
Monster
yeah.
Cat was actually "Children of the Night," which I've followed Monster Cat for a while. And
Okay, so that's the same. Children of the Night by Raziel, right? Is same
Is
dude.
this guy?
I believe so.
Same guy. Okay.
See, now I
'cause
want to
even I
know. We
that
should
one.
look up afterwards like what he did on it, because I heard it and I was like, beatboxing. Like there's the whole bridge is fucking beatboxing. We could talk about this record forever. I don't know.
Well, what's next on the docket? We got
Another big one, guys.
We got a lot of stuff to
Real,
go through.
yeah,
We
real
could
big
still
one. This
keep
could
going,
easily
but-
become a two-parter. Like
I mean, that's fine. We can do that.
Medicines. Ammo's great. Medicines. I do want to.
And none of
Do
us
you guys-
liked it at first. Can we just start?
No,
off?
I'm not gonna lie,
you're
I didn't either.
absolutely right.
None of
I
us
really
liked it
didn't.
at first.
None of us
was
were
like,
super
this
hot
is-
on it.
This is weird. Like, but it
You and I
just
talk a
it
lot
grows
about
on
it.
It grows
It
on you
really
a lot.
does.
I would almost
I
suggest.
think even by play 2.
I would suggest if you're just so used to their old stuff like Chelsea Smile or God,
But that's-
Super
that's
Anything like that. Well, if you like that,
If you haven't listened to Bring Me the Horizon in 11 years, and if you've been in a coma for 11 years and you wake up like, I can't wait till, you know that meme?
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen to the new fucking Bring Me the Horizon breakdown. You're going to be a little thrown for a loop.
There's, like,
I'm not
no
gonna say
breakdown
disappointed.
on
I'm
it.
not
Oh,
going
yeah,
to say
no,
disappointed.
if
There's
you're-
one for about 6 seconds in heavy metal, and it's one, they literally go, bum, bum,
Yeah.
and they have one screen. Oh, I hate heavy metal. But it's sick. Like, you don't listen to them for the fucking,
I mean, I think you should just kind of my point
for
is
the
like,
breakdowns
if-
anymore and the screaming.
If you're used to that, there are tracks on this
Which you fucking
album.
shouldn't be. If you're a Bring Me the Horizon fan, like, you fucking shouldn't be. That's old
Well,
hat.
that's the
old
thing.
hat.
Well, like
Old
if
news.
you're having trouble getting into the album,
Listen to Drown and get over yourself.
well, that's what I like about the album. They do so much different stuff, but they still have enough songs that are different, but you can still use them to like get
Still sounds
into
like
the album.
still sounds like Bring Me,
Yeah.
which I totally did a 180 on. When I first listened to it, and I was texting you, Evan, I was like, I just don't get it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking get it. And every other one, like, there was the drastic change, but it still sounded like Bring Me. And my first listen to it didn't of this. Singles. First was Mantra. Honestly, couldn't give a fuck. I was like, okay, I get it. But
See,
it's
I like
just-
Mantra a lot. I got into Mantra. when
Was
it came out.
two then was Wonderful Life, which
I'm still not really into.
you gotta listen to in the context of the record, because you fuck with those hard, right, John? You came home today and you were like, dude, you literally were like Mantra and Wonderful Life.
Mantra, Wonderful.
And you're not even a
Life.
metal guy, and those are the hardest songs on the record.
Yeah.
But same thing, like, I think about it and I want to shit on it. But then I hear it in the context of the record, I'm like, oh, these are great. These are fucking dope. When you hear it with everything else. But so then came Medicine, which I don't know, that and Ouch. Ouch is like only 2 minutes long though, barely. I think it's like 150.
Yeah.
It's nothing. I fucking love that, and we don't need to get into how it relates to his divorce and Follow You from the previous record, because that's why, like, lyrically it is so significant, it's so personal, and it's amazing. But it's like half a song. Otherwise, Medicine came out as the third single, and that's the one I heard, and I did a workout for like an hour and a half. I only listened to that song.
Yeah.
Over and over and over again. I was like, this goes so... And then Mother Tongue came out, and what I've heard from the general, YouTube comment community, and kind of you guys, is like, you think Medicine's poppier than Mother Tongue, which I think is ridiculous. Like, there's
Mother
still...
Tongue is very poppy.
Very
Mother Tongue is like not a ballad, but like that chord
Almost
progression of like dun, 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 like it's the poppiest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. I couldn't, gun in my head, I have no idea what the fucking verses are because it doesn't matter because it's about the chorus that they repeat like 12 times in the fucking song. It's still
And
great.
the verses are very like poppy, like cheesy romantic lyrics.
It's still
shit.
great, but I think Medicine's probably the greatest song on that.
And last thing before we move on to the next topic here,
which
but,
we should keep it moving.
which, like I said, I'm
please.
trying to
We'll talk about Didn't Remember Fucking Bring Me Till the Cows Come Home. Like, they came home an hour ago.
the last thing to say there was like if you guys don't necessarily know if you will like Bring Me the Horizon,
You fucking will, or something's wrong with you.
You have to look at it as the fact that the band is evolving. If you look at It Never Ends, when they first made the song, it was all screaming, and then they did it live
Because I showed him that.
at one of the Royal Arenas, and it was extremely different. They did it with a full orchestra and actually
Did that
singing
not change your life?
instead of just screaming.
Dude.
And that was kind of my first take and twist on these people don't just do one genre,
And
they really have their hands in everything.
I sat him and another friend down, and I was like, "Y'all are about to get a fucking history lesson on Bring Me the Horizon." Like,
and to that
this
point,
band is apeshit.
to that point, I think like a lot of the people that are not into them anymore, or like don't like this album as much as like their older stuff, are people who just like metal.
I think it's
You
people.
know,
I think it's
are
people
really
that have been
into-
bitching. They want. What's the first one even called, dude? With Pray for Plagues.
That was a song, but I don't know.
That record that's their
Count Your Blessings.
one, yes, that their one deathcore record. I feel like the only people that bitch about Bring Me the Horizon anymore are people that heard that EP, weird deathcore people, because there's way better deathcore, honestly, because I've listened to that whole fucking record.
I mean, it's just...
and it's like, I like shitty deathcore, and Bring Me the Horizon was great at that, and it happened in 2006, and I haven't gotten over it.
Yeah.
Next band, guys. Real big one. Dance, Gavin, Dance. Sacramento, California.
So good, I named a dog after it.
And I got it tattooed on my body. Like, me, Danny Evans, arguably
I'd say
favorite
they're
band.
Definitely number
Yeah.
one for me.
Group wise, between like first.
I don't know how they're not bigger.
In the
It really, it's
scene-
probably, it's
in
like the last
scene,
three
if you're
albums.
any type of pop punk core, any kind of kid, like you know this band and you know they're
you
just
like them.
undeniable.
Yeah.
The one side note, we actually don't have to talk to them about this particular, like their what could be their release that much. We could obviously, again, like all these bands, just dive in for days about how much we love Dance Gavin Dance. They might not. 2018 late, like what? No, it's
October.
Was it?
I think it was
was.
October.
Or was it earlier?
It was October.
I think it's October.
Artificial Selection.
It was October.
I'll look it up. I
Flop
think it's
of a
October.
record. My
Definitely
God.
They've
we've
been-
seen the pictures.
Yeah.
They have pictures already in the studio.
They've been tweeting about it.
They're pretty solid, like year and a half at most between releases.
Yes.
Um,
Fucking instant gratification to Mothership was that.
yeah.
And I saw people like tweeting about it.
Oh, we're wrong.
Is it like
June.
September?
June.
Fuck! See, I
It's
knew
June-
that. We looked that up.
June
before.
8th,
It was an
2018.
early thing.
I think we're thinking of when they dropped one of their songs. They dropped one of them in October, I feel like.
What, like
Okay.
a single or something? Well, the record
think
was already
so.
out by then. We could be thinking about like Semi-Charmed, their cover of Semi-Charmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
probably.
it's something like that.
So I was wondering,
June 2018 too. Just they could potentially release like a late, like Q4 2019 record. And my one side note I was saying, I just wrote releasing too often.
well, I mean,
Is there such a thing for Dance Gavin Dance?
I was talking to you about it. Like Will Swan is just constantly writing new shit, and
Dude's an animal. Dude's a complete animal.
they were
I don't know how you do that when
posting-
you're fucking stoned out of your gourd
They're-
all day, every day.
They
and
were-
have been for a decade.
They were posting pictures of them in the studio.
They've
and,
got Matt Mingus. They've got Will Swan.
And-
I think.
Well, everybody was like,
I don't know.
maybe
Tillian's
it's
doing his own thing, but I think he's still a part of it.
Tillian, I think, I think he might have just got done with his solo tour. I've never listened to his solo material, but it's dope. And
Yeah.
it'll obviously,
he was
if it happens, just to keep this ball rolling here, despite Dance Gavin Dance being like our favorite fucking band, because there's no question, it'll be a fantastic.
we could do an entire podcast.
The question is, could you get burned out if they pull an early Icy Stars and they're doing a record every year? Is that too much?
At this point, I mean, what, they're on their 7th album. Next one is 8.
They count Tree City sessions.
I mean, I don't know.
Count it. They do.
It's all right because they did some songs where they have Tillian doing the vocals instead of
Johnny and Travis.
Kurt. You know, so
Travis.
I mean, I'm all right with that. Tree Village is so good though; it's got so many good songs.
Well, it's a live record, quote unquote.
Yeah, but
It's a
it's
studio
just
record,
so.
but they count as.
I mean, I have double songs.
And like, you don't think you get burned out if fucking DGD
I mean,
let's say every January, every December.
It's their job. It's what they love to do, and they work well together. And I don't know, like
as long as
I think what they get burnt out on is touring the same songs.
I don't think
over
this
and over
band gets
again.
burnt out. Well, yeah, that maybe.
I think they want to keep creating new shit.
It's almost weird. You put it that way, it becomes almost a question of like, will they get burned out? Whereas like now they're in this rut almost of releasing an album every year. Do we hope that they don't get tired?
I don't think they get.
I don't even think so, because what you might not know is all the members of this fucking band are in their own side shit too, more or less. Mm-hmm. So they are releasing Secret Band, Dance Gavin Dance. Is it Cinnabar that Will Swan is in?
Cinnabar, yeah.
He also fucking started Blue Swan Records and arguably created definitely created a new subgenre of post-hardcore, which is swancore. And he started his own label, Blue Swan Records, a year or two ago. And he's got all these bands, all this kind of shit. And they're just releasing constantly.
And I told you, like,
and then Tillian does his solo stuff, and he brought Andrew Michael Wells and Matt Mingus to be his backing band for his solo record. So it's like half the band is out on tour with him for his solo shit anyway. Yeah. Like, they're a powerhouse. They're unstoppable. They're never going to get tired of touring until they're like, yo, we're done with touring. Yeah. Like, they're not going to get burned out. They're just going to be like, I'm sick of this.
Until, like, Steven Tyler.
I mean, yeah, I'm fucking done.
But they're never going to get burnt out on making new music. And when they were posting pictures of them in the studio...
for us as a fan, because personally, it's not that I get burned out on new DGD. I need time. These are complicated, crazy songs. Artificial Selection is what? 14? It's either 14 or 13 tracks.
It's 14.
I think it's 14.
Okay, so instant gratification.
I need to fucking don't even talk to me about
instant. No.
Don't even fuck with me here.
Instant gratification was 12. Mothership was 13.
This one's 14.
This one's 14. We could get 15 songs on that record. When they were posting pictures of them in the studio, people were like, "Is this Secret Band stuff?" Yeah. But then Tillian was like, posted like,
yo, I'm here too, so crushing it like regular.
It has to be a new.
I just got done fucking a supermodel. Now I'm gonna go do some fucking crazy high note that no human being should be able to produce. I think I want a little bit more time than a year to sit with and really fall in love with a record. Because honestly, I love Mothership. I didn't fall in love with Mothership like I have with other Dance Gavin Dance records as a whole. Like Frozen One, whatever the ending fucking track is on that, because they're fucking ending songs, their closures are unbelievable.
They're bangers. They're all bangers.
They're insane. But that's what I want, time to sit with it and fall in love with it for a whole year, and then give me another 6 months to get hyped about the next thing. If I only have 6 months to fall in love with the record, we're already done. You know what I mean? Like, Artificial Selection is basically already done, and now the next 6 months is like, what are they doing? And they're going to start dropping singles and shit. If they're on a year cycle, that's not enough time for me. Real quick, not even side note, Instant Gratification is their best record, and I'm not going to talk about it. Silverstein. Silverstein.
Do we even want new stuff from Silverstein?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yes. I just keep thinking of Warped Tour.
2017 we went to?
2017.
With Girl I don't talk
where
about.
He even comes out on stage and goes, don't worry guys, we're going to play old stuff.
You're thinking literally of Hawthorne Heights.
They played one new thing, Silverstein, I don't know.
Silverstein at the end, dude. Silverstein was the last band we caught.
I don't know, I feel like
the guy that said that was fucking JT Woodruff of Hawthorne Heights. Do you understand the difference between fucking Silverstein and Hawthorne Heights?
I haven't heard any new Silverstein stuff.
Dead Reflections. Are you
I
serious
haven't
right
listened
now?
to I haven't listened to it.
We have the whole fucking story of how you got me into fucking screamo and post-hardcore because you bought that record for me at Borders when we were fucking children.
Yeah, but that was
Are you
that
serious
record.
right now?
That was that record.
That was Discovering the Waterfront, and I cry about how much I love that fucking record. Are you serious right now?
100%.
Do you guys not want to talk about Silverstein? Do you not know Silverstein?
I don't know Silverstein.
Shane told.
You might be one of the only ones, Matt.
That is absolutely not true. Evan,
No,
please.
I love them.
Okay.
Evan loves them. We can talk about Silverstein. I just don't have any.
When did Dead Reflection come out?
Honestly, 2017.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say right now. John doesn't care.
I do care. I'm gonna check them out.
I think we could go on.
My own brother is apparently just shattering my heart right now. I don't even know what to say
Your
about that.
heart, you're treading.
My soul.
You're treading dangerous waters here, brother.
I'm very excited
I
for a
don't
new
understand
record from
that.
them, and it's going
a
to be
Kingdom Hearts 3.
yet another.
It always is.
It's
we're
going
not
to-
talking. We're not talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 this podcast.
It's going to be yet another concept.
That's a whole
record.
separate thing.
Hey,
That's not even
I'm
gonna
jumping.
That's
It's gonna be like a debate video.
I'm jumping. We have to have an actual personal brother conversation about Kingdom Hearts before we discuss it on the internet.
That's just because if we discuss it first, whenever our first discussion of
I-
it is
it's-
going to end
I
up in
can't-
fisticuffs.
I can't right now.
It's going to
I'm
end
gonna-
up in somebody on the floor.
John, I'm gonna give you your one a little bit early here because I need a second. Tell these boys about a little guy we found and fell in love with fairly recently called Golden.
So it's
Talk about Golden.
it's very different. Matt and I mainly will listen to something along the lines of like metal or something along the lines of slightly poppier stuff, like some of the new Bring Me the Horizon. But this is just way out of left field. This is basically all mainly synthetics. You have a couple of guitar riffs in it, but he's relatively small. He only really has one EP that he's put out. In it, he included a song called Break It. He included Heartbreak Drugs, as well as one last one that I'm forgetting the name of. Used to. No, Used to was not on that one. Used to was a standalone. It was Happy Sad was the one that he put out with it. But then he created a standalone called Used to as well, which was very different. He really only had 3 major songs on it. The rest of it was all kind of outro, intro, 30-second here and there type things. But it was very different. And I actually showed Matt. I remember I ran out of my room and I grabbed the controller out of his hand, dove across the couch, and
Punched
said,
me in the face.
"Stop everything you're
Turned
doing.
off the metalcore I was listening to.
We're going to listen to this song." And then that was our basement song of the week there for a while, where all we did was listen to Golden, simply because of the fact that he
We're
did
still
things
kind of fucking
that we
just always listen to
didn't
Golden.
always listen to, which I believe the first part of it was the snaps, that he literally snapped in the song, and it was very different. And then we would sit there and I'd walk around the house and snap, and Matt would instantly start singing it like that. That's just how like
Actually at 5 in the fucking morning we're waking up for work and I wake up to and I start singing it. We'll play Golden. I don't know. It pop, electronic, sad boy.
it's
2019 fucking title fight contenders for #1 sad boy. Matt Whiskey Cut, Trunks, Kimberly, and Golden. We're fighting it out. We're duking it out for who's the saddest boy in
And then
2019.
Matt started getting all these crazy ideas about instrumental covers that would go really well with Golden.
I had some brilliant idea, and I don't remember what it was, but if super not core, super not pop punk, definitely electronic, brilliant, just amazing shit.
Very different.
Up and coming guy for sure. I can't imagine he won't blow up a little bit. How the fuck can
a
that
little
happen,
bit.
dude?
Did he just start?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's relatively new. He's
just got a little bit on his belt.
2017, I think
He's got
released
old
like
shit
his
that's
first,
not on Spotify, right?
like his
He's got,
first
like, a
thing was 2017. Really,
He's got a
And it was
cohesive chemistry hanging out there that sounds way better than what I could do.
It was
that's not on Spotify and shit.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
just
a one song in
cohesive
2017,
chemistry.
2 songs in 2018.
That's all
But
different.
surprisingly,
I know
like
words.
there's a YouTube channel, Mr. Suicide Sheep, that
Oh,
takes
yeah.
these unknown or smaller artists and just blows them up. And you look at like his personal page there, and it really kind of reflects it, because in 2018, like November-ish, Mr. Suicide Sheep actually published one of his songs, and it got like
Was it Heartbreak Drugs?
yeah, it got like it was Heartbreak Drugs, and it got like 5 million views in like a week. Like it was insane.
2 minutes.
Like,
Yeah.
and so stuff like that happens. I can't imagine he's not gonna just get bigger. So
He's
Okay.
oh man, he's gonna be awesome. So many good things to talk about. This is for sure, Dan. This is gonna be a 2-part thing. We can talk about this for another half hour or so, and then we'll move on to video games. We'll just make it podcast number 1 and number 2.
Video games is gonna take. Oof.
I don't think video games is gonna take as much time as the music.
Really,
yeah,
I have
absolutely.
been looking up so much stuff.
I mean, I have
We
things
can-
to say about Mortal Kombat, but I'll.
Obviously,
That's a
who
word.
doesn't want to talk about Mortal Kombat?
fellas, I set my friends on fire.
Oof!
Ooh,
Don't take me
Are
for
they-
pomegranate.
don't
So-
take me for pomegranate.
Makes me so excited for what's coming.
What are we calling it? Trapcore? Trap metal?
Trap metal?
It's hot.
I like
whatever it
trapcore.
is. It's definitely core.
Wait, so "Don't Take Me for Pomegranate" was the song that they released?
Is it just a single? Is
It's
it
a single. There's no
Okay.
record.
When did they release it? So are they
But he's
due?
working on new stuff.
They're due
Kind of.
ish for a new
Fucking
album.
shit. I set my friends on fire's last
Well,
record was
are they-
Astral Projection.
are they
which was from,
working
like
on it?
2012.
Astral rejection.
I'm sorry, you're 100% right. You got me there. Holy shit.
Speak a little louder for the microphone.
Daniel. Are we using middle names? Are we doing that shit?
I mean,
Does it matter?
I can use my middle
how
name.
far
I'm
are
gonna
we gonna
fuck it-
take
It
this?
sounds.
Daniel No Name Kimberly. Daniel No Nickname Kimberly. No Name the Jellyfish. SpongeBob drop.
John Matthew Roy
Easy.
Kinley
They know.
Was wrong.
idiot.
Fucking moron. I hear that guy's a douchebag. I hear he's a tool. Doesn't know his
bag.
doesn't know his post hardcore. Piece of shit. Can't sing.
You want to know the best part? Haven't listened to Astral Rejection.
We did at your house.
Too stoned for that.
Remember? We did that like not that long ago.
There's a threshold, and I was well past it.
Off the brain.
Isn't Five crazy band? Absolutely not the right term, but for me, it's like an indie darling. Like I have been championing this band since they came out with fucking We the Cavalry Kids, fucking Crank That, and when we were like 14, I was like, this is hot, and people are like, you're a freak, and I was like,
They're
yeah,
screaming.
But listen to this song.
Part of this
Atrocious,
awful.
Matt Mahana is a gift to the world. You think you were too stoned? Matt Mahana's been too stoned to make a record for 10 years.
Matt Mahana literally has a music video with Smosh
So good.
about sexual education.
In like 2008, and now here we are in
And they throw tampons
2019,
everywhere.
waiting for their third
Yeah.
record.
A decade and a year later.
But now he has a full band. They're touring. They haven't for a couple years. They've dropped some bangers, especially "Don't Take Me for Pomegranate."
Bangarang.
Fucking bangerang, boys. Fuck Sugar Pine 7.
Oh shit.
I love him so
Oh,
much.
shit.
I love him so much, but fuck Sugar Pine 7. Ism Foff is going to have a record. I think it's coming this year. I'm their biggest fan and advocate, and it's going to blow my world apart. I'm going to get whatever the fucking Narwhal album art is tattooed on my face. That's going to be my fucking Little Peep thing, you know. It's a stupid joke. Fellas, does anyone at this table give a shit about All Time Low anymore?
Not
And if
really.
you do-
Hey, that's actually one that I know.
Yeah! Breaking into the
John gets to talk.
breaking into the mainstream a little bit. You guys know a little song called "Dear Maria, Count Me In"?
Love that.
Fuck yeah. All Time Low put out some fucking stupid record was it last year or the year before? I don't care.
This year.
I think it was 2017, honestly. I heard the maybe
probably
lead single, Dirty Laundry, way different. They're always changing. The complete antithesis to Bring Me the Horizon in a bad way. And just Bring Me is like, yo, we're changing, figure it out. And everyone's like, we love this. This is gold. All Time Low is like, we're changing for the better. This is good. And everyone's like, this is stupid. Like, it's amazing how their fan base has remained 13-year-olds female.
Well,
for
it's
the
because
entire
everybody
time.
gets older, so they just keep appealing to the people who are just getting to 13 years old.
Honestly, the most exciting news about All Time Low, guys, is that they kind of announced they're not going on hiatus, but they were like, 2019 is going to be a break for us. And I was like, thank the Lord.
I mean, that's not including the break of the albums that they've had. I mean, the last album was Young Renegade, right? 2017.
Last Young Renegade.
Which one was last? I don't even know if I listened to that
Aaron
one.
knows it. I didn't. It's
Oh
bad.
my God.
It's stupid.
No, but
I
they're
just-
mainly
It might not be
putting-
bad. It's definitely stupid.
To be completely honest, I fell off the train at Love Like War.
Before their last good record was Don't Panic.
Yeah.
And even
Don't-
When,
Yeah. Don't-
did Don't Panic come out?
20.
I was in Greeley.
2012.
2012.
That was that's definitely my favorite record.
But like they always.
Whoa.
Really?
I've talked to you about this. It's my favorite record. It may not be
Strong
the best,
Top should be.
or
What's number 2?
So
Obviously.
Wrong It's Right.
Thank you.
But
And
I
what's
like Don't
What's
Panic
number 3
more.
that's not a record? Let's put up or shut up.
Yeah.
That's the correct
2006.
answer. Yeah. Because this band has released a bunch of albums that are very... They're taking a break, and that's good. Hot shit, guys. Hot take. Ooh, I have a bunch of hot takes, really. Pierce the Veil.
I
don't know.
am not. I like Pierce the Veil.
I got news for you guys that this is going to take it away a little bit here. Pierce the Veil got in some trouble last year, you guys. I haven't found out about it late.
What do they do?
Pierce the Veil is fronted by Vic Fuentes.
Yes.
And his brother, the drummer, Mike Fuentes.
Okay.
Mike Fuentes got in a little bit of trouble last year.
Well, what did Mike Fuentes do?
What do rock stars get in trouble for these days?
Cocaine and banging chicks that are under the age of 18.
You hit it right. You hit that nail
Are you
square
kidding me?
on the head.
Oh
I am
my
not- Mike Fuentes got in trouble. Did you know about this, Evan?
I did not.
Evan and I are the core kids. We're the fucking scene kids in the group, and we're just ringing it in. You're not gonna have any idea about this, John. That's okay.
I haven't listened to anything new.
Mike Fuentes got in trouble
No,
for some.
why
I mean, I'm obviously not going to use the word nonsense, but he's like they're 30 something. They're an old band now. When he was like 23, he was like texting a 17-year-old or something like that. Is what I took away from the story. And he's he's not in jail, but I think he's under house arrest, and that's why Data Remember's been quiet because they're all having kids. And
That's
doing
why
life
they've
together.
come out and they're like, 2019 is going to be a break for us. Thanks, Mike.
Pierce the Veil, yeah. It's like our drummer can't leave his house, so like we're not doing anything. Did you spin Misadventures? You remember Misadventures?
A little bit. I didn't dabble too much into it.
You got
I
me
heard that
excited there
single.
for a second. I had a band
What,
I
King
thought
for the Day?
of. No. I had a band that I thought of right before this that I haven't heard of in a while, but I haven't been keeping up on them, so you have to enlighten me. Misfortune. What do you think?
I think they dropped a record, Evan.
I want to say they
I
did.
think they
Wasn't their
just
singer
did.
in prison for a while?
I don't think he was in jail.
For domestic violence or
Yeah,
something
he
like that?
hit his girlfriend or
Yeah,
something,
he
and
was
they
an
had
idiot.
to.
He was
They
like-
they released one record that actually Evan chose a fantastic time to get up and pee. They had a really good record. They released one record. They're
Yeah,
chasing,
and it's
Chasing
pretty good.
Dreams.
I like Chasing
Ghost. Do you listen to Ghost?
I like Ghost. I like
Fucking
Chasing Dreams. My
slaps.
apologies.
I
I
honestly
like
didn't.
a lot of that record. I can't think of what it's
That sounds like
called.
that's such a you record. Like everything, everything that Evan listens to that I don't, you do. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Evan's our middle boy, and it's great.
Danny's
He's
I like-
he's the most
so.
he's the most expansive one. Fucking I missed whatever jab you just put at me, but fuck yeah. What?
I just don't know if they're doing anything, but
I think they put out some singles that I kind of listened to. That is a rough thing for
they were putting out a
bands
lot
to
of
come
stuff
back
on
from.
social media that's just like, hey, check this out, we're doing stuff.
You haven't
and
been on
this or
social
that.
media in like a year. What are you talking about?
It's been about 6 months only, but back when I was checking out, they were posting a lot of stuff of like, we're doing something new, so I didn't know if anybody knew.
I think there's a record. I think I heard
think
them say to
they
the
did.
scene that there's a record. Like this pretty
They have a
new.
new
Someone
record
fucking
out?
Spotify. Someone fucking Spotify Misfortune and just see if it exists.
I
don't fucking know. They
their
did some
fir-
singles and shit. I don't know.
Their first record I like a lot.
Yeah. Their first
Again,
record's
we're
really
fucking dipping back to college days, dude. That's like 2012. That shit was coming out.
good. That was
Maybe a little bit
forever
later.
ago.
I have a great one. Well, should I save best for last? Did they? You're giving me a nod.
No, yeah, they dropped a record. 2018,
2018.
July.
No shit.
Really?
Wow. All right. So we got something.
How the
we can go back
story
and listen to.
ends.
There you go. How the story ends. Fitting. Wow.
They've been already done.
Partially successful band. 2 records.
That's a very. Hey guys, you like Johnny Craig? Here's a guy that tries to emulate that, and now he's immediately in jail. So maybe emulating Johnny Craig a little too hard there. Should I save my best-ish thing, or we can knock these other ones out pretty quick here?
Let's knock them out and then.
See where it goes.
Not.
Music segment.
I think they dropped one in 2018. I was playing them when we all came in here. This is a band I heard a bunch about, and I saw them on tour posters, and I just started listening to because State of the Scene told me to. Don Broco.
I've
Never
never
heard.
Nope.
heard.
Nope. You have, because come on to LA. Come on to LA.
Oh, yeah.
We started listening to today.
We literally listened to it in the car on the way here.
Last couple days, been checking out their 2018 record, Technology. This is not 2019 shit, but guys, check out Don Broco. It's really fucking good. 1975 is going to do another one. I love them.
It's turned me on to
1975.
I love the 1975.
See, I've heard of them. They're a band that I have heard
played
anything
shit.
from.
You have heard shit from
bet I
me
have.
playing them. They're pretty huge, actually. I feel like I see them play huge. We're never gonna catch them. They're never gonna come to fucking Chase Bank or whatever, where the big bands play. They're headlining. What is it? Letting in Rees and whatever. They're huge overseas, and they're.
I don't know.
pretty
Colorado's pretty poppin'.
Dude, Colorado's absolutely fucking not. The sound, you get, the sound, when I come around, I know the sound of your heart. It played in Safeway today. It's on. They're huge. If you don't know the 1970, fucking check it out. They're doing a double. They waited a long time to put out some records. They put out one
Are they
this
core
year.
or are they?
Absolutely
No.
Absolutely.
Wait,
They're pop.
who did chocolate? Did they
Pop
do
is shit.
chocolate?
Yes.
Same guys.
Yes.
Okay, that's where I
Yes.
Okay.
They did a record
Okay.
this year that honestly I haven't gotten all the way through, but it's good, and they're apparently doing another one this year. It'll be great. Everyone knows it.
The one that you showed me was Change of Heart, right?
I've shown you a lot of IC. I'm looking at the next band. I play a lot of the 1975. They're great. They have some great songs. I See Stars.
What was their last album?
Treehouse. Where they kicked out the screamer and Devin Oliver started screaming. I think it was 2016. That's why.
Yeah, that was. I was
they
gonna say.
have to come out with a record. They have to.
I was gonna say
Unless
they
they're
kicked
dying.
out the screamer a while.
They've put out some acoustic shit, renditions. That'll come out this year. Did you listen to Treehouse?
I did not.
I did. It's good. It's solid. Hit and miss band for me.
I mean, the biggest thing whenever you take out a band member is it does lose one of the core elements of
It's funny you use that term because IC Stars arguably pioneers of electronicore, and they kicked out their screamer / keyboardist, but they all do programming and shit. So go check out Treehouse. It's a cool record. Not my favorite, not my most hated or anything like that. Fuck, I can't sing that. I can't believe we're not talking about Polyphia, but I love Polyphia. Let's knock these out real quick. Sleeping with Sirens. Anybody give a shit about Sleeping with Sirens?
No.
Wow, the one that I actually have heard a little bit of as we sit
Not
in the
record.
basement.
Yeah, because I play fucking If You Can't Hang.
Yeah.
Again, 2012, 2010.
God,
Haven't been
Sleeping
good for
with
7
Sirens.
years.
Yeah.
They're apparently going to drop a record. Well, I don't know. Gossip, I think, was 2017. I didn't check it out. I didn't give a shit. It was stupid.
The singles were bad.
Kellen Quinn can't sing anymore. He can't sing. He stopped screaming in 2012. They got the guitarist to do it, and then that guitarist left. I don't give a shit.
And then he started writing everything. And it was,
That was Feel. That was forever ago.
okay. So that's what I was confused about is Feel and then Gossip.
Feel. Okay, let's cheer to this. Dope. Most songs. Feel. Don't know anything about because they had an MGK thing, and I was like, I'm not listening to this.
Yeah, that was when they got bad.
Something wrong with
Madness, which I actually did at one point spin the whole thing, and I was like, there's one or two things not bad on here. You remember Kick Me? Shittiest fucking.
I do.
If you had a computer, what's that? It's a meme thing now. You have a computer analyze all of the scene and crap out a song or whatever. You know. And just the most generic stupid. It's literally like fucking shit, kick me when I'm down. Fucking shit, fuck. Like he makes fun of it in a fucking acoustic thing that they also put out. Like you hear in the banter, in the pre-song banter, they're like, "How do you make a good song? Shit, fuck, kick me." There you go. Like they even admitted to being terrible sellouts. It's amazing. But they've been tweeting that the record that's coming after Gossip Now, it's gonna be heavy again. It's not. They don't know how to be heavy.
We'll see
Anymore.
Good.
Nah, chips on the table. It's gonna be
It was in like
mediocre.
four minutes of your life to check out.
Stupid.
One.
Nobody here wants to fucking talk about Memphis May Fire. I am the they have
Yeah, I know.
they have two good songs. And remember at Warped Tour, we met up for second, and Memphis was on like a main stage, and they kicked into one of the two songs that I like, and I was like, wait, I gotta get in this pit. And then immediately after, played the other song out of they have like fucking 7 records or something stupid. There's 2 songs not on the same record that are their good songs, and they played them back to back at Warped Tour. And I was like, well, I'm in the pit for this shit. Like, absolutely. And then they're not gonna be a band anymore. Seosin? Y'all familiar with Seosin?
Very familiar. What
Absolutely. Did you check out
new things in the works?
What's the thing? What's the Anthony Green? Did you check out when Anthony Green came back a couple years ago?
Nope.
Anthony Green is in Seosin, has been for a long time. No, they did for a hot minute.
Yeah, they went on hiatus forever.
They did for a hot
the
minute.
extent that I had. I thought they were just done.
They did for a hot minute, and Anthony Green made all of our little 2003 Translating the Name is My Bible, post-hardcore Godfathers, fucking dreams come true, and came back to the band, released that record that for the life of me I cannot remember, Along the Shadows or something like that.
Yes.
Which is like a fucking 19 song. It's like super long. It's like 16 tracks or something like that. Mm-hmm. And Anthony Green doesn't scream anymore, which you and I have kind of fought about. You're like, oh, he does that in Circa. And it's like, that's not screaming. He's just like yelling. It's weird.
I don't think he does. He do.
But there's good shit.
Is he still doing Circa?
And Circa
Yes.
survived?
Yeah, he's doing both. Okay. They're both going strong.
Yeah, he's still doing both. They
I've
just
seen
released a new
Seosin-
album back in 2016, 2017.
I haven't dabbled that.
Circa did, yeah. The Amulet.
Yes.
Yes.
You're on it.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somehow
Danny is the biggest Anthony Green fan at the table.
I like Anthony Green a lot.
I love Anthony Green.
Wait, isn't Anthony Green on did you ever listen to Animals Fighting? Am I thinking?
Sounds of Animals Fighting.
He is the
crazy
skunk.
Dude, look at you.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Good
job. I'm proud of you right now.
I like Anthony Green a lot.
Crush me with Silverstein, but with Anthony Green, like, okay, I did something
Johnny
right.
Craig is good.
Shit.
I definitely, Anthony Green, I just like.
Oh, we do have to mention Johnny Craig in a minute. Okay, so I was saying they're like randomly. They have been like even with Cove forever ago. Huge in Latin America, huge in South America.
Really?
So weird. I watch tour videos. They're like the Beatles down there. It's the weirdest fucking thing. Exploding. So they're in like Portugal or fucking Brazil or something right now with the full band. Justin Tchaikovsky's not in it. It hasn't been for years. He joined the Used and then he got kicked out of the Used. I don't know what the fuck. He's probably got a heroin problem or something.
Guitarist?
Yeah, the one blonde guy. But the rest of the band's still there. Do you know the song I Can Tell There's an Accident Here? Old shit.
No.
Post Translating the Name, which is a 2003 EP, 7 years, and Anthony Green did it, and then they kicked him out or he left or whatever, and then Cove did it. Dope song, not on Spotify or anything like that. They're actively re-recording it, so like they did a whole record, Anthony Green's big comeback, and now they're recording new shit, so it'll be dope. They're a great band.
And then real quick, just like a side note, 30-second blip.
No, hey, you're good.
I know Matt and I got into it in the basement one night regarding Rise Against. I'm just wondering.
Fucking talk about.
I'm just wondering if you two are familiar with it.
Rise Against.
What was it? What is behind closed doors and fucking
Suffer in
the
Witness.
refugees?
Suffer in the Witness. The
That
one
is
record
my
you and I know.
favorite.
That was the last and only record I've heard.
The only reason I bring it up
Against.
is because they went through like this huge break, basically.
They
went through
didn't. They've been
2000
putting out shit constantly.
2011,
I can't keep up with it.
2014, and then they stopped. And the next thing they released was actually 2017, and then released another one in 2018.
Okay, so
It's
John's
super
fucking
spread.
excited for Rise Against, like every other fucking monster.
I'm excited for them. I like them. I don't.
Thank you, Evan.
I don't listen to them as much as like Dance Gavin Dance, but I like them.
I don't listen to the band and I don't
couple
care,
things.
but I'm excited.
If we're doing miscellaneous bands, you know who Aaron.
We can get there. I have 3, maybe 4. We can blast it real quick and then we can do miscellaneous. Do you want to do that?
I'm gonna forget
Okay, whatever. Do it.
real fast.
Are you gonna say fucking Crown the Empire?
No. Aaron has been listening to a shit ton, and it just got me
Ice on Kills?
Nope,
Okay.
because they just released the Silver Screen.
Which is apparently really good.
Yeah, no, it's good. It is. I do want to do a plug actually. Now that you got me on it, Silver Scream. Every song is kind of based
Based
off
on
of
a movie.
a different horror movie.
Yep.
And it's really great. It's actually pretty good. But no, I was gonna say Breaking Benjamin. What has Breaking Benjamin done in the last?
Nothing.
They put
Nothing?
out
No. They put shit out.
They came out with Ember last year, and it's arguably their best record.
That's the
in my
Wolf one,
opinion.
right?
Yes.
Really?
Feed the Wolf. No, listen to that record.
Evan
It
and I
is-
and Aaron talked about it last week.
Cause
Yeah, Aaron fucks with it hard.
Because I wasn't really
And so do you.
listening.
Yeah.
Yes, I fuck with that
Absolutely.
album hard.
Absolutely.
Some of the last albums I listened to from them were actually like Blow Me Away, Dear Agony, and Phobia. Were like the 3 albums that I like actively.
What's
Okay.
that? What's
But
that?
they should get back into it.
What's
then,
Diary
because
Jane?
I've never like
That's Phobia.
there are definitely songs I like more than others. But I've never like hated them, so I should check them.
Oh,
out.
I mean, Dear Agony, Crawl.
Maybe.
I know
Crawl
Phobia.
back inside.
Maybe.
Sick, blind. That's totally Dear Agony. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, that's
Phobia,
Agony.
Phobia was the one
Good
Dance
band.
of the Devil was on, which is the one that I went with.
They're a good fucking band. It's the
'Cause-
guy. It's Benjamin.
No,
I've read
yeah.
that much. Like they went on a break because he like kicked out all the members of the band because he was like, I don't give a shit. He pulled a Matt. He was like, look, I don't give a shit. I write all this stuff. You guys are dicks.
The bassist that was with them to begin with came back, and they picked up a couple of extra members.
It's always been his brainchild. I don't know what his fucking last name
Well,
is. But his
and-
name is
and-
Benjamin. It's always been his brainchild. Like as long as
He-
he's putting out music, it's gonna be Breaking.
Well, I
Benjamin.
mean, if the band is literally called Breaking Benjamin,
It's his fucking.
It's his band.
Yeah, it's
but
his baby.
I mean, the cool
You don't
thing.
need to. No, you don't need to plug Breaking Benjamin. Everybody fucking knows Breaking Benjamin.
The really cool thing that I like about Ember is that he this is the first album where he let some of the other members, like the bassist, write shit.
You fucked with that for like a while. You've
that's
told
a
me.
little
I
dangerous
did.
because that feels
love
like
that
what
album.
Fall Out Boy did after their.
We're not talking about fucking.
Well, that's the thing. That's what they did after their hiatus, and we kind of saw how that ended.
It's Benjamin Burnley.
Yeah,
Benjamin
Burnley.
Burnley.
Yeah.
Because I used to listen
Burn
to
me
them.
down to the ember.
I used
Album name.
I used to
Basically.
listen to them a lot, and then I kind of dropped off after Dear Agony.
Yeah.
And then, first, like I think I heard, they came out with the music video for what is the first single off the album? I can't remember it. Red Cold River.
Red
And
River.
and once I heard that song, I was like, I'm kind of interested. Like, they're coming out with a new album, and I'm kind of interested. And everybody was talking about, like, some of their albums before that were, like, softer, and more melodic, him singing and stuff. And Ember was a step into getting, like, harder, like harder,
Let's fucking do it together.
like,
Because
harder.
the mic's gonna pick it up.
God damn it.
Ready?
1,
2, 3.
beautiful.
Like,
Beautiful, boys.
Fucking cracks.
the drumming is harder. The guitars are harder. Listen to fucking Ember. I love that album. It is my favorite album by
Good
them
shit,
by
all
far.
right.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Evan's recommendation is 2018. Listen to fucking
Listen,
Breaking Benjamin.
everybody listening. Listen to Ember.
Listen to Breaking the Benjamin.
Listen to fucking Ember.
I'm Benjamin. Please don't break me.
Please not. That's stupid. I can blast through this one pretty quick. This will be an hour 15 one, and then we'll call it good. And then we'll go to. Do we want to do part 2 and just talk about games?
Yeah,
I feel like we
Sure.
should.
I've been waiting to
Cool.
talk about games.
Cool. We'll do it. We'll just do a 2-parter. Easy shit.
Can we just devote an entire podcast to Mortal Kombat, please?
Evan's ready. We can just leave.
I'm so ready.
Evan's ready.
We don't
I'll just
even need
talk
to
to
talk
myself.
Yeah.
Sweatpants Factory, Sweatshop #1, State of the Scene podcast. Fucking check that shit out. It's so good. You guys remember Wander? My actual indie darling?
Oof.
Andy Cizek Wander. Found them in Longmont years ago. They have 2 records. I think they're out of Michigan or something.
Hey, rap.
So good. Oh shit, I forgot.
Oh my god.
From some fucking forgotten American city, whatever the fuck. They're
Detroit?
dope.
How is that a forgotten American city?
Detroit, yeah, fuck, yeah.
Who
How is
remembers
it not?
Detroit?
What the fuck? They're awesome. They actually, today, speaking of being never mind, I'm not going to tell that story. At a point today where I was looking at my phone, they announced today, February 15th, they're dropping their 3rd record. Gonna be dope. Gonna be great. They make great shit. Nobody knows about them.
Wander.
They got fucked. And some other shitty instrumental band I have looked at and I was like, I don't care. Got the copyright. So they're Wander with a V. It's WVNDER.
Oh, yeah.
They pulled a Paris.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
It's still fucking Wander. They say
Paris.
that, but they have to spell it that way because of copyright. It's like, God, just change the name.
So it's
Who
like a
fucking
super
cares?
W.
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Yeah.
But the music's fantastic. For sure, check out their first record. Second one, a little bit weaker. I hope this one will be better. Triple U.
A triple U.
You guys know what? 2 more here. You know what else came out in 2017 that actually we're all pretty big fans of? Unless John. Again, sorry, buddy. Neck Deep.
Oh yeah.
Neck
with,
fucking Deep.
With
I need to listen to more of
Bloom.
them.
The piece.
Like that.
This is a you and me band.
Yeah, I like Neck Deep.
Did you fuck with Peace in the Panic? Came out 2017. Means
oh
2019.
God,
They're probably due
name
for a
some
record.
songs off of it.
In Bloom.
In Bloom is
Motion
good.
Sickness.
Not a ton because of In Bloom.
You didn't like it?
It's not that I didn't like it. It's still a good song. It's
What
just,
turned you off?
It just seems so different. It seems softer, almost. Now I could be saying that, and I probably am because of the music video. Because the music video is just filled with literally
before that,
flowers and donuts.
I understand
like
that.
pink ice donuts. And
It's
that
very
was the
aesthetic.
only thing I saw.
Honestly, it's a very 1975 aesthetic video.
It's
British
still
band.
good. And they're great. Neck Deep is amazing.
Check out the Peace in the Panic. They're different.
Yeah.
Did you fuck with just Life's Not Out to Get You? Before?
Yeah.
They have like 1 or 2 before that I haven't really gotten into.
Yeah.
They'll do another one. They're great. We saw them at Warped. Obviously, awesome.
I mean, Jeremy McKinnon.
Fucking
what does he
line.
do?
Well, he recorded the entire album. And
Yeah, that was
one
it.
line.
Oh,
He's
did
got-
he produce it?
And they don't
Their
feature
their
him
breakout record he did.
Okay.
Or he was involved in some way, shape, or form. You're gonna
He
get
fucking-
killed chasing
After
after your
your
damn
damn
fortune and glory. Maybe I will, but not
not
today.
today.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He produced Dead Throne too.
Jeremy McKinnon.
Jeremy McKinnon
Are you
produced Dead
serious? Holy shit.
How the fuck are we back on Jeremy McKinnon? And
'Cause he's
Because
amazing.
he's a Jesus figure. He's a Messiah.
He's amazing. Like he's good.
Have you seen that beard? Holy shit.
No, it's amazing. It's
I wish he'd
just-
scream low again. I don't know what happened, but like he doesn't do that anymore. I just wish he would, but he's still great. Probably last big one. Issues. Tyler Carter.
So I think
Issues.
John made the point. I can't remember what band we were talking about at the time, but I'm kind of wondering how it's gonna be without.
They kicked out Michael Bone. They
kicked
kicked
out Michael
out the
Bone.
Screamer. Did you watch the Warped Tour sets?
I did. You showed it to me, where the bassist and the guitarist help scream.
And Tyler fucking Carter.
Remind me.
And Tyler.
They went so mad at myself for giving in
Okay.
to what I want.
Okay.
Never again. How's Coma go?
Are we talking Coma off of fucking Guitar Hero 3?
No.
Oh, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm stuck in a coma.
This is fail.
That's
yeah.
Fucking up the mic.
Issues kicked out 1 Screamer and got 3.
I mean,
One step
I
back
don't
and 2
know,
steps
like-
forward.
I do really like the guitarist scream because he has that moment on Blue Wall, and it's really fucking good.
Brutal, like
He's
way
really
harsher
good.
screaming. And Tyler Carter, in his own right, hardly ever does it. Does do it once or twice on their first self-titled release.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. He can do it.
I'm
Don't
just,
want him to. don't want it. Like, I do, but at the sacrifice of his just
It's gonna ruin his voice.
angel soft. But like, I don't want anything. I don't want him being in the same fucking venue as people smoking and vaping and shit. It's like, get that shit away from my boy. Are you crazy? Like, get that. He just is an actual angel. And he also just dropped his first full-length solo record, which I've listened to 1 or 2 singles off of. It's a pop solo record. It's cool. The guy can just sing your pants off, which is great because he's bi and he just got engaged to some other dudes. I don't know, some merch dude. I don't fucking know. That was a joke. I don't fucking know. Like, I watch it. He did
I saw the video on Twitter.
Brilliant. If you're gonna propose to somebody, do it on a fucking jet ski with a GoPro, like, and be a beautiful man like Tyler Carter. Can't say enough good things about that guy and his fucking voice. We're pretty much done, guys. One more that is hilarious, I think, that I'm not going to be able to sell well enough, and then the segue into video games, and we'll go into video games. I've done this so many times already. You guys ever heard of a little band called My Chemical Romance?
No, never heard
God,
of it.
yes.
So good. Does that take you back to middle school?
That's like Danny's favorite fucking
school.
band is apparently My Chemical Romance. They're totally... Okay, chips on the table. No reason for this. I think this is the year. MCR is coming the fuck
I
back.
don't know.
I think it's happening.
I don't
because
know.
No, I wrote side notes.
I don't think
I wrote
so.
side notes for this.
Do you know what he's doing? Do you know what Gerard Butler is doing? Though?
It's Gerard Way.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Gerard Butler is a fucking actor.
I look like an idiot.
Yeah, I look like a
Gerard
drunk
Way.
idiot.
Oh my god, it's almost like never mind.
Baby, you're
Do you know
house.
what's coming out?
Something about
couple
comic
days?
book shit.
Exactly. Okay. Do you know that's possibly why he's been releasing new music?
You know what's out before that is a song he did with Ray Toro, the lead guitarist of My Chemical Romance.
What song is it?
I don't fucking know. I
Is
didn't check
it?
it out. I don't care.
When did it come out?
Like within the last couple of weeks.
Is it called Hazy Winter?
I have no fucking idea.
Guess what
Probably
Hazy Winter is?
Some stupid comic book fucking thing.
Exactly, because Hazy Winter is the fucking opening music for Umbrella Academy, which is coming out on Netflix in like a week or 2.
Gerard Way,
and
like,
Umbrella Academy.
Gerard Way said, "Fuck being an emo poster boy and an icon and a millionaire. I'm gonna go make comic books."
What Umbrella Academy is Gerard Way's fucking comic book.
It's losing his
So they're coming out with it, and I saw because he was releasing music.
I have 2 that I wrote down that are
Shut
hilarious.
Nobody likes it.
I wrote, we don't need to discuss it, but it's so relevant. I wrote, did the scene die with Warped Tour? but MCR coming back is equivalent to Jesus coming back. So, like, the scene died.
Why is Jesus such a big thing for you today?
The scene died because my life fell apart, and then it all came back within like a month.
I'm the one that lives in a basement.
Did
Jesus
the scene
has been
fucking
coming
die?
back.
Yeah, right? It's been a fucking thing. Shit's been happening. God's real. Don't fuck with me. Did the scene die? It did. But then fucking My Chemical Romance, you guys, is going to come back full force.
I don't think they're gonna come
2019.
back. I think Gerard
And it's gonna
Way just
stay
likes making
like
music.
a phoenix from the
Which is
ashes.
fine. They're good. You know, he's good.
Gerard Way is gonna come out here with his big emo swinging dick, and he's gonna say, "I'm gonna change you like a remix. I'm gonna raise you like a fucking phoenix." Fall Out Boy reference. Last song I listened to by that.
Bad Fall Out Boy reference.
That's the one song I like that they put out in the last
I didn't even.
5 years.
I was going to compliment you on that one, but then you said Fall Out Boy.
My Chemical Romance apparently hangs out once a year at as a band at barbecues. They have a yearly barbecue, and all the guys get together and hang out, and they're all friends. They ended the band as friends.
Yeah.
They've been friends the whole time. They're still friends. They're releasing music independently. Frank Carter and the Patients, never listened to it. Couldn't really give a shit. But Gerard Way is also, Ray Taro has been, and now they're doing it together. Like, it's here. We're on the fucking doorstep. I'm calling it this year.
My Chemical Romance ended.
They're gonna fucking do it, and in December they're gonna come back, and it's gonna make our dumb little podcast explode. Our YouTube channel is gonna explode because Matt Kimley Whiskey Trunks is saying it right now. My Chemical Romance is gonna come back.
No. Okay, I'm saying,
and it's gonna save the fucking scene.
Daniel No Name Kimley is saying no. My Chemical Romance. My Chemical Romance
Danny cares
ended,
a lot about my cam.
They ended on a good note. They didn't end.
No, they fucking didn't.
Yes,
That's
they
such
did.
a lie.
No.
Did
Okay.
you listen to that record? I
You're
didn't.
mistaken. You're taking the record. They ended in a
The band.
sense.
What the fuck?
Shut the fuck up.
Did they
Oh my
end
God.
on the Black Parade?
No,
there was
they
one
have
after that.
one after that called The Fabulous Lives. or
Called
something.
na 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 na.
That's right. That's right.
The Killjoys
The
album,
Fabulous Killjoys.
which is also kind of based off of a comic book that Gerard Way also made.
the Gerard Butler pen.
Gerard Butler. No, My Chemical Romance ended because they just came to a consensus. They were just done. They said
we're too fucking big.
They said we are.
They said we're too big.
They
we
just
don't care
got done with
anymore.
music. They had kind of they want to make music.
They said
did.
we're done making music, and then all went on to make music.
True, but still, they ended and they
It's
said
so
My
dumb.
Chemical
When it's-
Romance. We basically did what we wanted to with it, and that's just it. And that's it. And then
I'll
they're
tell you
done.
what. I respect that they at least didn't come back like goddamn Fall Out Boy and just capitalize on being terrible.
Well,
I
that
true-
was,
I agree with
Yeah,
that.
Like,
I mean,
stay dead if you're gonna stay
I
dead.
think
but
they're
the point,
just-
my point
he's-
is they're not.
he's just gonna keep releasing music because you're right. They all like music. Them ending My Chemical
I
Romance
think they
did
can't
not,
resist.
was not their message.
I think they
to
can't
say,
resist
"I'm
being
done."
friends and also $50 million. Like,
So
I think-
I don't know. I think
as a one band that I actually have somewhat.
once
of a
again, we
knowledge
break
of.
through to John.
We're finally breaking through to the basement dweller here.
I gave you some
Earth
moments,
Ghost.
bro. I gave you some moments to talk here.
When it comes to My Chemical Romance, like their last big album truly was The Black Parade, and then
Thank you.
Yes.
Yep.
at much
Three Cheers
as
was
much
better.
as Danny is saying,
I had Black Parade.
Black Parade is the best
We
album.
might have
You
Black
to
Parade.
talk,
You
dude.
can-
Fuck off.
I'd
you
agree
can
with Matt
beat
on
it,
Three Cheers.
but
Black Parade.
Three Cheers
Um,
for Sweet Revenge.
but-
I love Black Parade. Three Cheers is, I think, better. I think Black Parade is just better because
Three
it got
Cheers.
more
Three Cheers.
publicity.
Fucking murders Black Parade and takes it back outside.
I think you and I
It's
just like
insane.
it because it's harder.
I can't
but
believe that's their breakout. It's not technically when Helena and I'm Not Okay broke. That's when they broke, and it's
I
like
mean, Breakout
this band
is
is
just
bigger
popular.
than the world.
More people listening.
but
It's
like,
not.
Like
I don't know,
I was
let
saying
John
real
finish
quick,
his
continue.
like I was saying on this, wrapping up this like one thought I've had in the last 20 minutes here.
I'd say 40, but
like Matt was saying, yes, I do think that with the fact that they're all friends, the fact that they're all still hanging out, the fact that they're all still making music, I do think it's likely that they make music together again. But also, like Danny was saying, I think they put My Chemical Romance to rest.
To rest, yes.
I think if they do something else, then it might be underneath a different name or perhaps a different production or something along those lines. Maybe not with all the core members that it used to have, but I could see them making music again.
I could see it if you look at. Have you looked at any of Gerard Way's released stuff recently at all?
Not
Exactly. There's a song called "Baby You're a Haunted House," and in it, the entire band is it's like tuxedos and skull masks.
It's
And-
arguably my cam, and no one can deny
Well,
that because they're all
no,
wearing masks.
it all sounds like my Chem because it's Gerard Way.
I mean, it doesn't. It's like an Elvis song.
But
It's
he,
weird. It's very-
people in the comments were like, "Oh, I bet it's the entire band cast, and they're gonna."
I'm on that
As
shit,
it-
dude. I'm
which
on
is
that
neat,
boat.
but
I'm on that
maybe
bandwagon.
I don't
Is this like
know.
a
I
music
just think they're
conspiracy
not
theory?
coming
Absolutely.
back. I can
Is this like
see
Paul
them
is
coming
Dead?
back, but I don't
Yes.
think.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
I don't think it's a
The
thing
Beatles.
that's gonna
Oh,
happen.
okay, fuck.
Even maybe in 2 years, maybe. But I mean, look, they released that big thing. It was like a Black Parade flag,
The
just
label- the
swing,
label
and then it
did.
was like, oh no, it's just an
Warner Bros.
anniversary.
did. The label did.
They label it, and it's
And what
it's
happened?
like,
People lost their fucking minds.
Because, people read into
so they
everything.
could, but it's
How about the
I don't
excitement
think it's
of
the
this
next
band
year.
and what it means to the scene and like?
I think if they're together and they're making music together, like I think they're in talks about maybe it could happen, but I think they're all on somewhat agreement of like John said, they put My Chemical Romance to rest. That doesn't mean they're done making music. It's why when they broke
They're
up,
not, because they're all doing it.
They're
and now
continuing to do
starting
it.
to do it together again. That's
Yeah.
the insane.
so
part to
that
me.
might not turn into another My Chemical Romance record.
If Gerard Way,
But
Ray Toro, Frankie Arrow, and his brother,
I mean, yes,
Mikey
it
Way,
is, but
start making music together and don't call it My Chem. Once
That's
again,
up to
it's
them.
kind of the most emo thing they can fucking do.
Which
It's like,
Which would
so
be
it is
right
My
up their
Chem.
alley.
It would be,
Yes.
but it's like, okay, so they're
the
most
most
gonna
the most My Chemical Romance thing to do
Is
is
all get back
not
together.
call themselves My Chemical Romance again.
So you just agreed with us.
We're back.
They'll be
We're
like-
back, and we have all the same band members, but we're Chemical Romance Plus. It's different.
we're Frankie Arrow. We're Frankie Arrow and the Gerards.
Your Chemical Romance.
Your Chemical Romance now. No shit. Give it back to the people. Give it back to the kids that made you famous enough to say, fuck it, I'm gonna fucking make comic books now. Are you crazy?
It's great. He's been doing that forever, though. He was even involved with like the old
But
Teen Titans
pre My
show.
Chem, he did. So okay. Let's put
Next
this.
up.
Let's
We've
put
been
this to
talking about
shit.
forever.
Let's put this to bed because we gotta move on to.
We're at
our next-
fucking like hour.
We're at like an
25.
hour and a half. Yeah, we're gonna move on to podcast number 2. We're just gonna roll it. I'm cool with it. Are you guys cool with it?
Let's
Yeah.
roll
Fuck
with
it.
it.
Let's
Let's
roll into
roll
video
with it.
games. It's all good. I'll have to do the intro again, but that's dope. What did I write for closing thoughts? This is really for the next thing. Oh, I wrote, because this is about being excited for 2019. I wrote, Year of the Mat. 2019 is the year of the mat. This is
You're
it.
the Matt. I
This is
can't
it,
wait to get
boys.
stepped all over this year. This is
I'm
gonna be
about
fucking
to
great.
That's
pop
just-
off. I'm about to fucking
I
shit
think that
all
was
over
a horrible
all y'all.
analogy.
We're gonna
Terrible.
we're gonna fucking
You're the Matt.
we're gonna roll, dude.
Your first name is fucking John.
I just got my after our father, and you just disrespected
Who
our
are-
I did not. I'm disrespecting.
You go in there. You go in your stupid
You're the
little
Matt. You should
washroom
say
closet.
The
you're
and
year,
flog
John.
yourself.
the year of the mat.
The year of the Matt. That's better.
Guys,
China-
I just got my fucking
China, watch out.
personal-
China-
I just got my personal training certificate. I am nationally certified to get you ape shit fuck jacks.
Hey.
Look like
all
Hercules.
of you at
Hey.
this table, you want uneven tits and a drinking problem? Ya boy.
China-
Like,
hey.
we're fucking doing
China
this.
China says it's the year of the pig. You know what I say? It's the year of the mat.
You're fucking. Thank you, man. I love you so much. Hey, let's do
Hey.
it on the podcast.
Brother.
Fucking. I just got my Tinder back up and running. This is some hot shit, you guys. These are hot takes.
We're going downhill fast.
Episode
this
number
shit,
2.
Yeah, this is.
I'm excited for that. I think
What's
we're
the
gonna.
next
I think
topic?
we're gonna
We
make
went
this.
from fucking data remember.
No, I
to
have the.
Netflix
I have
and
the.
chill.
I have the
Now
fucking.
do
I have
that.
the. All I heard from that was data remember Netflix and chill, and like if I can make a date happen like that, like
That's half
we're
a job.
married. That's it.
Next.
We're fucking married.
Next topic.
So this is the segue. We'll briefly discuss this, and it will segue into it. And honestly, we'll probably hit stop and do the intro again because I want this to be episode 2. Last little band, Volumes. Remember
I
Volumes?
haven't listened to
Is
them.
that's not? Is that Johnny Craig?
No, it's the Genty band. We didn't really talk about Johnny Craig. Johnny Craig got kicked out of Slave. Johnny Craig just got kicked out of his third
Slaves. That's
fucking
it.
band.
I was thinking Secrets, but that's another band too.
Different band I don't give a
Yep,
shit
yep.
about. Different metalcore band that who
Yep.
cares. Volumes, yeah, I've tried to get you into them. You just don't know it yet. What's cool about them that segues us into video games is that they had an old vocalist who's a fantastic screamer, and they put out Different Animals in 2017. Fucking bops. Listen to their old shit. Fucking slaps. Basically invented.
Pops and slaps.
You say
is that?
Gent? Is it Gent or Degent?
DJ.
Is it Genie or Degenie? Or
Degent? That would make sense, like degent, like
It's supposed to
degenerate.
be Jean, like Genie, but we say Dijon because it fucking
Because
should be.
Golden
It sounds
Sun
better.
raised us right.
Is there a surprise entry on my games of 2019?
Please
Daniel,
don't
to
say it.
fucking
I
get
don't
us
want to
into
talk
that.
about it. If it's
Anyway,
going down the road, I think.
It's French. It's Dijon.
Volumes
Dijon.
used to have
Put
a
it on your hot
vocalist.
dog.
Volumes had a vocalist named Michael Barr, fantastic screamer. Now he does like pop shit or something. It's apparently really good. I haven't
Michael
checked it out
Barr is
yet.
dropping some bars.
Michael Barr, this like nobody at this table other than me cares about Volumes. Like successful for what they were, and are, and I still think they're great. And they did a record in 2017, super dope. Probably gonna do one in 2019. Gonna be great, probably, maybe, as long as they don't rap too fucking much.
Which they will.
The old vocalist got contracted to do the soundtrack for Devil May Cry 5.
Ooh.
Boom. And that segues us into video games.
I have
We have
so
stuff.
many feelings.
Fellas.
What was the last Devil May Cry you played, John?
Fellas, hold up. I will cut you off. We're at about an hour and a half here.
Blue balled for a couple minutes
This
Hold it,
This
pinch
is-
the shaft.
this is
here. Put on the cock ring. Just get ready.
just get ready for it, for the penetration. It's coming. I'm coming. It's
I already
Matt
did.
Whiskey Trunks, Danny No Name,
Danny No Name.
Evan Ayers, and my good buddy John, JC, Kiki, Do You Love Me, Chozek. I think that's
Kiki, do you love me? Where did that one come in?
dude Drake.
All right, I'll take it.
Kiki, do you love me? Because you know you love girls that don't love you back. Hey.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought that was so fucking.
That
I thought that was so
low
good.
blow. That was a shot blow.
I thought that was my shit,
God, my pride hurts now.
folks. This audio is probably gonna sound like shit. I'm gonna compress the fuck out of it. It's just us drinking and vaping and farting over the whole thing. This is Sweatpants Factory, dudes. I'm stoked. Things we're excited for
Sweatpants
2019.
Factory inside the sweatshop.
Number one thing I'm excited for. We're gonna start a fucking YouTube channel,
Most.
and we're gonna pretend like we're signed to Rooster Teeth.
Hey.
Okay, can I throw in something random?
If you can do it in literally the next 15 seconds, and then hit end, and then we will go into the
Oh,
next
we're
thing.
ending and so
We're ending, and then we're gonna go into the next.
Thank
Save
you
it,
for
save it.
listening.
Well, yeah. I'll
This
say
is
that.
Sweatpants Factory. This is Sweatshop number 1, and
Thank you for listening.
catch us on Sweatshop number 2 right now.